29 years, Gipp.
Today was the day. It dropped today.
Come on, man.
Soul Food.
One of the greatest albums in hip-hop history, man.
It dropped today, man. It's amazing.
What was your favorite song where you felt like Gipp just poured his heart out on that album and went crazy?
Well, I just could say one of my favorite songs during the album was Sesame Street. Sesame Street was very special to me because that was a real story.
Yeah.
That was a real story about a kid named Johnny, man. And, you know, you get out here in the streets, you start messing with the streets, man, the streets gonna test you. They tested him. He went to the mall, tried to steal up by the Cumberland Mall, got caught by them folks. And when it was time to go to court that morning, man, he was so scared. He was so scared, man. He went in his room and hung himself out the bunk bed.
My God.
You know, so, you know, everybody ain't ready for crime, man.
Yeah.
I learned that early, man. Everybody ain't ready for crime. Everybody can't, you know, everybody ain't built for the jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I only speak out like this because, man, them folks spent $40 million on all that talent. They ran around there and got nothing done.
See that?
It just don't make sense to me when you're talking to people about life things, but then you got artists that represent the nightlife. It don't go together.
Yeah.
And you can't keep trying to trick people into buying into your policies just because you done brought their favorite artists up there doing a speech. I think that's just the lamest shit, and it just make us look just so, just like kids. Like we out here trying to make sure the youth go vote. They ain't gonna go vote. They came there to see Cardi B, man. They ain't come to see you. As soon as you put them on there, they came to see Glorilla, man. They ain't coming to see you. And I feel like that whole tactic to me has just run its course.
Yeah.
And then when I look at where the world is right now, man, y'all want that lady in office so she can stop that Diddy tape coming out, man. I know what all y'all doing.
What are your thoughts on the Diddy allegations and tapes and him being in prison and everything else, man?
I look at it like this. He couldn't have did a lot of this stuff by himself.
Yeah.
And one thing I've also learned is, if you help somebody get out of a situation that they was all the way wrong in, you have just created a monster. So if he ain't go to jail with that Shyne situation and you let him get out of it and let everybody else take the fall, you created a monster. Because what you did was you said it's okay to do crime as long as you got the money to pay to get out of it. And that's the mindset anybody gonna walk around with once they get out of something like that. So when I look at this right now, I'm like, hey, man, you know, I don't even know what's wrong with y'all anyway to even go in somebody's house and think you're going to pull your wood out, man. You know, I don't know what's going on, you know? So, you know, I would never be that comfortable around a whole bunch of folks, you know what I mean? So I don't understand that. And then New York doing it like it always happened. They tell you, man, if that's your dog, you got to kill it. And could he have done this without other people involved? Nah. He couldn't have done this without other people being involved. And at the end of the day, what I'm going to tell y'all, it ain't even probably going to be about the sex shit at the end of the day. It's going to be about the drugs they found. That's where they're going to get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How do you think this is going to impact the industry as a whole?
It's already impacted the industry as a whole because everybody out here scared about what them folk know. Them folk know. Like right now, you got to look. This just like in the drug game, want them folk to bust the house. Everybody been going over there, no? They on the way. And right now, even with this, them folk gonna use this shit to tear down the black community. They gonna use this to tear down black entertainment, and it's gonna be our fault. It's our fault. If you subscribe to that and got into that world, you know, that's what you got to walk the walk. You know, if you were there, I mean, you know, and you know, with kids involved, I just think this shit gonna be so terrible when this shit come out. When this shit really come out, people get to really see how folk around here acting. This shit gonna be so terrible. But then again, you gonna look around and say, hey man, them the one they give the money to.
Why do they give them the money then?
Cause they know that they know that certain people is about the actual the business. See, when you about the business, they know who about the business and who about they just work for them. See, what I mean by that is it's always been a known fact about Atlanta artists that we'll get to a certain amount of money and we cool, we good. Like, I mean, we not doing all the extra, we not gonna be at everything.
Yeah.
We good. And I think that's what they not looking for when they looking at they needing a person to walk around and exploit others on their behalf. And I think that, you know, Puff said a long time, I don't write rhymes, I write checks. And hey man, you know, some people, they'll do anything for a check. That's what you're gonna find out.